This is the Chemistry 101 Spring 2021 Chapter 13 quiz review. Number one of these compounds, which is a carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid has the C double bond O, OH functional group in there. Of the choice that you have, A, B, C, or D, only one, answer C, has the C double bond O, OH. This is an alcohol, this is an aldehyde, this is a hydrocarbon. So only answer C is a carboxylic acid. Number two, which one is an amide? An amide is a C double bond O, N containing group. Do we have a C double bond O, N here? No. Here, no. Here, no. Here, C double bond O, N. So answer D is the amide. Number three, what is the IUPAC name of that compound? We have an ester. Carbon containing group C double bond O, O, CH3. You name these first on the basis of this guy. How many carbons are there? Three. Three carbon fragment. Make that bigger. We got a 3 carbon fragment. So this is prop. Because it's a piece of spinach and it is all totally saturated, there are no double bonds or triple bonds there. It's a propol. So the first word of this guy is propol. The name of this group goes first. How many other carbons do we have remaining in our carbon chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbons is a hept. There are no other double bonds or any other functional groups, just a straight hydrocarbon. Hepten. The ending for an ester is O8. So this is propyl heptanoate. Answer A. Number 4, of the following compounds, which has the highest boiling point? The aldehyde, the alcohol, the carboxylic acid, or the hydrocarbon. Of these kinds of compounds, because the carboxylic acid can form 2 hydrogen bonds, through space. Hydrogen bond from this oxygen, which is directly attached to an oxygen here, through space to this oxygen, and this hydrogen, which is directly bonded to this oxygen, can have a through space interaction with this oxygen. So since carboxylic acids have this possible formation of this dimer, this carboxylic acid has the highest melting and boiling point compared to everything else. The other thing we would look at is number of carbons. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. So there are 6 carbons here, both in the alcohol and the OH. Since the carboxylic acid has 2 hydrogen bonds, this guy will have a higher boiling point than the OH. They have both the same number of carbons, but due to that second hydrogen bond, the carboxylic acid has a higher boiling point. Number 5, what is the IUPAC name of the compound below? Count the carbons that are attached to each nitrogen. 1, 2, 3. 3 is prop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is hex. These are all hydrocarbon-like compounds. These are anes, so this is a propyl. This is a hex. This is all S. These are all saturated carbons, no double bonds. Hexyl. So we list these as alphabetical. Hexyl, propyl. We stick the amine ending on it, so it is hexyl, propyl, amine. Number 6, let me see if I can shrink these all down. of these, which is a lactone. A lactone, if you look in your textbook, is a cyclic ester. An ester is a C double bond O carbon containing group. So this carbon containing group here, whatever it is, it eventually cycles back around to be attached to the carbon that's bonded to your oxygen. So of these, the only thing that contains a C double bond O and the carbon containing group is cyclic, it cyclizes back around, is number B. This is a carboxylic acid, OH. This is an amide, C double bond O, N. This is a different kind of compound altogether. So the answer here is B. Number 7, which of the following compounds is a lactam? A lactam is a cyclic amide. So one of the carbon-containing groups on your nitrogen is cyclically connected back to the carbon group that's attached to your C double bond O. So you would have to have a nitrogen group as part of the ring. The carbon group that's bonded to the nitrogen has to cycle itself back and end up being bonded to the same carbon that's bonded to the C double bond O. So of these compounds, this is the only example that fits that bill. Cyclic ring, C double bond O N, that is an amide. The carbon containing group on this amide nitrogen is connected back around to the carbon that's connected to the C double bond O. So this is your lactam. Number 8, what is the kind of general name of this reaction below? Are we changing anything? Yeah, we're changing this to Y. This is a substitution kind of reaction. We're just substituting in the Y for the Z. This is a substitution kind of a reaction. So if we start out with the OH, carboxylic acid, and we react it with an alcohol, we get the ester. If we start out with the carboxylic acid and react it with the amine, we end up with the amide. We start with the amide and react it with water, we get to the carboxylic acid. If we start with the amide, we react it with the alcohol, we get to the ester. So there's all kinds of substitution reactions. This is a general example of a substitution kind of reaction. Number 9, what is the name and class of compounds with a general formula of 4 groups attached to a nitrogen that has a plus charge and a minus charged anion that's associated with it? These are quaternary ammonium salts. Number 10, which of the following properly describes soaps? Soaps are the corresponding salts of the carboxylic acids that have long hydrocarbon chains. We talked about the formation of micelles. The micelles are formed by the long hydrocarbon chain sticking into the middle. And at the end of these long hydrocarbon chains are your C double bond O minus. This interior portion is where all the greasy long hydrocarbon tails of your carboxylic acids associate. This can glom onto or encapsulate a grease molecule, for like the grease on your shirt that you've got there from after eating a nice thing of pasta. It encapsulates the grease or the fat from the food stain, while the exterior portion of this makes it soluble in water so it can be washed away. This is the answers for chapter 13 quiz. If you have any questions, please make time to come to my office during my office hours so I can get your questions answered. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.